There are a couple of ways to get a page's content or the references to a page to actually show up on a different page within a different block, called page embeds and mentions. So a page embed is the same format as you would use to write a block embed, and it functions the same way. It's a window to interact with a different page through the embed. So, when I do a block embed, I embed it, and now I can access the contents of that block, and I can edit them here through the embed, and they will actually change back in the original source. Same exact functionality with the page reference here, and all the format is exactly the same as well. So you have double braces. You can double bracket around embed if you like. That's not critical. I like it because it lets you filter out or filter to embeds if you want. The important part is here, instead of it being double parentheses with a block reference inside, it's a double bracket with a page reference inside. Same as a normal page reference. And here's an example of one. So I'll show you, this is down here. This is the first scene from the first chapter of my novel. I'm embedding it here. So this is a page embed. Page, you can see the format has embed here. It has the double brackets around it. And when that renders, when I click the little number over here, I can see the entire text content of the page from a text standpoint. I'll close I have a couple different passes at the scene here. And I can also see any references to it. So I have it in the main manuscript. I have it referenced on this page where I'm working with this and demoing it to you. But this is, I can view the page, I can edit the page, I can click in here, as you can see, highlight, do whatever. I can change the word the to the word they if I wanted, and that would change back at the original source content on the actual page. So a page embed is a window through to that page. It lives within another block. This is something you could use if you wanted to build a manuscript of this. I could actually build the manuscript by putting a series of page embeds. That way you would be able to, within one place, view the entire text and even edit it if you wanted to, yet still keep the text living on separate pages, for the reasons of structural, layout. It's easier to move things around and make adjustments if you want to do them more atomically or more individually like that. So that's a page embed. So you can essentially compile on a single page information from other pages. And you can do just about anything through a page embed that you can do on the page itself, but you can't use filters on the page. You can still filter the references, but you can't, through the embed, apply filters. Page embeds include that entire page, including the references. Mentions are... I actually clicked in too close here. Mentions are portable linked references. So when you use mentions, instead of it giving you the full page, it only gives you the references to that page. Format is the same. You use, instead of the word embed, you use the word mentions. Mentions can or cannot be, I should say it, you can or not, it's up to you whether you put the double brackets around it. I use it because it allows me to filter to or filter out mentions if I want to, or find places where I've mentioned things. But that's not important. You do need the double brackets around the page. So you have mentions of a page. This can actually work for a block too. You can use mentions for a block just because blocks also have the ability to see places they've been referenced. But this is a more common use, would be able to see linked references for a page. So if I have this format and I'm using the same scene, you can see the content of the scene is not there, but the linked references are. Mentions are exactly that. They are portable linked references. So it's like a page embed, but only the linked references and none of the content on the page. Now, I think this is actually more useful in some ways if you're the kind of person who likes to take notes on things, using page references. If you're getting ready to write a paper on something or write a blog post on something, and you've referenced a lot of these ideas, you can assemble the mentions on one place. So you're not having to constantly go to the page and find the linked references. You can say, oh, any mentions of productivity, any mentions of communication, any mentions of whatever else, you can put them on one page, and then you can kind of use that as your reference point as you're building whatever the content might be for the blog post. It's not always necessary to do that. Obviously, you could block reference things in, or you could block reference them from the mentions. But they're kind of useful for assembling a simple dashboard, or just simply gathering different references together on a page. So both mentions and page embeds are ways of seeing content of a page on a different page or within a different block somewhere. You can embed the entire content of a page, including the linked references, with a page embed. That format is exactly the same as a block embed, except instead of a block reference, you use a page reference. And mentions, you can view the references, the linked references of a page, not the content, but the linked references, anywhere. Mentions are just portable linked references. Same format, mentions, and then whatever that page is that you're mentioning. So you can use that as a way of seeing content of a page elsewhere. And with the page embed, you can even, alter that content. You can do it through the mentions too, but you're altering it, the same as you would do it with any other linked references. It's just a portable linked reference. So that if you have workflows that, would be useful for you to be able to sort of assemble page content on a different page, this is a really useful way to do it. If this video helped you, click subscribe. And check out my Rome courses as well. I have the Roaman Way, which is a free course to help you learn the fundamentals of Rome research. I have AP Productivity, which is my flagship Rome course. It is an 8-week live cohort course to help you get important work done in Rome research. I have Powerful Task Management in Rome research, which helps you build a GTD-style setup for task management in Rome. And I have Your Road to Rome, which I'm actually updating in November or December of 2021. And it is a deeper dive than the free course, The Roaman Way. It has live masterclasses, Q&A sessions, additional instruction about Rome extensions, especially Smart Blocks and Rome 42, which you can get from romejs.com. And there's a community forum for discussion of new Rome features or help with your workflows. Rome research is an amazing tool, and I want to help you make the most of it in your life and work.